When I see a car like this, the thoughts that arise in my mind are luxury, comfort, and absolute convenience. Words that instantly inspire grandeur and sophistication. When it comes to these cars, even the imagination starts playing in the big leagues. These cars embodied all of this at the highest level, deservedly earning them the title of the best in the world. They were recognized as not only the most expensive and luxurious, but also the most unique because owners often ordered them according to individual preferences, turning their wildest dreams into reality. So when you see a Rolls-Royce on the road, no, it's not just a vehicle, it's part of a legend, a dream, and the embodiment of magnificence. And yes, they really are cars for kings. In the era of the late 19th century, in the nascent automobile industry, cars were clumsy, required complicated maintenance, and, most importantly, often failed their owners. To overcome 100 kilometers without breakdowns seemed a real feat. Naturally, this state of affairs did not suit everyone. Henry Royce, inventor and engineer, owned an automobile brand, Decaville. Dissatisfied with its design, he repeatedly disassembled and reassembled the car, improving individual parts. As a result, he was able to achieve an acceptable level of reliability. Henry Royce, a prominent engineer, started his journey from the humblest of jobs, newspaper delivery boy, railroad worker, and electrician. Going through the hard road to success on his own, he accumulated startup money and founded his own company. Its products, generators, construction cranes, and electric bells, were of the best quality and reliability. But Henry didn't stop there. His first automobile, purchased after successful achievements, soon became a source of irritation due to frequent breakdowns. Tired of the problems, Royce decided to create his own automobile. A year later, he presented his creation, a car that turned out to be quieter, softer on the move, and more reliable than all competitors. Henry used only the best components to achieve this result. Henry Royce, a distinguished engineer, developed a two-cylinder engine with only 10 horsepower. The press praised his car, and Royce deservedly received recognition. However, selling automobiles was not his forte. A meeting with Charles Rolls, another key character in the story, changed everything. Rolls, a successful car dealership owner, aristocrat, and passionate car enthusiast, had skills in sales. Their meeting at the Midland Hotel led to a decision to join forces. Thus was born the company that combined their family names, Rolls-Royce, and became a symbol of luxury and reliability. The company's first car was released that same year, with Rolls and Royce clearly dividing their responsibilities. Rolls handled sales while Royce focused on designing the cars. Business thrived, despite the fact that the car cost £395 sterling, an amount comparable to the price of a nice house. The quality was so high that buyers were found even at this price, and the owners of the first Rolls-Royce cars were delighted. However, the true sensation came with the release of a new, larger, more powerful model. In 1906, the company introduced the Rolls-Royce Silver Ghost. This car became the pinnacle of luxury and quality for its time. The nickname Ghost was given to it because of the incredibly quiet engine and its overall silence. The 7.5-liter engine allowed it to reach speeds of up to 75 mph, a remarkable figure for the early 20th century. Its price was just as impressive as its features, but the company's motto, "The quality remains, the price is forgotten," proved true. One owner decided to test this legendary reliability by embarking on a 15,000-mile journey. During the entire trip, only a small, insignificant part broke, which didn't affect the car's ability to drive. Unlike most cars of that era, the Rolls-Royce didn't fall apart. The car was so durable that armored vehicles with machine guns were built on its base, playing a crucial role in British military operations. But in 1910, the company suffered a tragic loss. One of its founders, Charles Rolls, an accomplished racing driver and pilot, became the first person to cross the English Channel by airplane. He often participated in dangerous competitions, and during one of his flights, while performing a maneuver, the tail of his plane broke off, causing the aircraft to crash. Charles Rolls died, becoming the first Briton to lose his life in an aviation accident. Despite this loss, the company continued to grow. Car production didn't stop, and Rolls-Royce kept strengthening its reputation as a symbol of quality and reliability. Soon, a rather unusual issue arose. The company's logo consisted of 2 R letters on the radiator grille, but owners began placing various figurines on their cars' hoods. Some affixed family crests, others added symbols or talismans. Whatever they fancied, one of the Rolls-Royce owners, Lord Montague, commissioned a sculptor to create a figurine depicting his secretary and lover, Eleanor Velasco Thornton. The statuette embodied speed, grace, and beauty, becoming the adornment of his car. The figure impressed Henry Royce so much that he bought the rights to its use. Since then, all Rolls-Royce cars have been adorned with this figurine, later known as the Spirit of Ecstasy. Sadly, the fate of the girl herself was tragic. In 1915, during World War I, Eleanor embarked on a journey to the shores of India aboard the ill-fated liner Persia. A German submarine torpedoed the ship, which sank within minutes. Eleanor was among those who perished. In her honor, a memorial was erected in her family church. In 1925, Henry Royce introduced a car that would soon become world famous under the name Phantom. This ultra-luxurious car amazed with its size and comfort. Rolls-Royce advertisements always stated that the engine's power was sufficient, as the company deliberately chose not to disclose the actual engine power. It is believed, however, that the 6-cylinder engine developed around 100 horsepower, allowing the car to reach unheard-of speeds for that time, up to 80 miles. The leaf spring suspension, although dependent, endowed the car with an incredibly smooth ride. Many owners referred to their Rolls-Royces as flying carpets because of their ability to glide over road imperfections. But the most remarkable feature was that the body and interior of each Phantom were unique, one-of-a-kind works of art, and here's why. The fact is that Rolls-Royce at that time only produced the car's chassis. Yes, just a basic framework with the engine, gearbox, suspension, and controls. The body for each Rolls-Royce was created under the careful supervision of the company at specialized coach building ateliers. This meant that a client would purchase the chassis, which would then be sent to a body manufacturer where any fantasies of the client could be realized, including choices for body types, the amount of rare wood in the interior, the abundance of silver and gold in the cabin, and other incredible features. The body of the Phantom was constructed using the frame and panel technology, a method that has been preserved since the days of carriages and horse-drawn vehicles. The body's foundation was a frame made from hardwood, which was then covered with panels made of steel or aluminum, secured with nails or screws. More curved and bulging metal parts, such as fenders, were shaped by hammering them over a leather cushion filled with sand, and a specialized bending machine known as an English wheel was used to achieve the desired contours. Practically every Rolls-Royce was unique, featuring its own distinctive structural and bodywork solutions. Various folding roof mechanisms, the number and size of doors, and a multitude of body types were available for selection. Convertibles, coupes, limousines, touring cars, spiders, landaules, or broughams. Indeed, why would a driver need a roof? No two similar Rolls-Royces truly existed. It often happened that luxury car owners had special preferences. For example, some of them owned yachts and dreamed of incorporating a piece of maritime romance into their cars. This led to the creation of the Rolls-Royce Bottail body style, which translates to boat tail. These cars were made with both metal and luxury wood finishes, fully embracing the nautical theme. Some owners displayed incredible creativity. For instance, Maharaja Gulab Singh from India purchased an impressive Rolls-Royce Phantom for tiger hunting. The vehicle was specially equipped to hold an entire arsenal of weapons, including various hunting rifles and hand artillery, such as the falconet designed for elephant hunting. However, the most striking feature was a huge caliber machine gun that the Maharaja carried with him on a carriage. It's terrifying to imagine what such a hunt entailed. Often, Rolls-Royce clients were extraordinary individuals. One wealthy owner crashed his Phantom, which was a convertible, in an accident, but decided not to restore it to its original state. Instead, he sent it to the John Eyre body shop in Belgium, where the car was transformed into a true masterpiece. At that time, it was the most exotic body in the world, featuring aerodynamic shapes that had no equivalents in the 1930s. The original round doors and stunning interior made this car unique. In 1934, when other Rolls-Royce models adhered to a more restrained and luxurious style, those who saw this car were left speechless in awe. The Phantom traveled the world as a symbol of luxury and one of the most expensive cars on the planet. After the first Phantom, the second was introduced, which became the last car designed with the involvement of Henry Royce. He passed away at the age of 70, leaving behind an entire empire that produced not only super luxurious cars, but also aircraft engines. Many records in the air, on water, and of course on land were set thanks to his achievements.